my channel. Thank you so much. What?
Your mom is over it.
Are you in
the side
Mom, what
of
are you
it,
doing?
and she's getting up out of the chair.
Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I've taken quite the hiatus since the last video where you saw us doing our soapstone countertops. Well, now, today, we're gonna do the finished condo renovated tour. And if you save some room and watch till the end, we've got some big news. So stick around. Okay, welcome back. So we are going to start with the foyer and just work our way through. And I will show you a lot of befores, especially in the bathrooms, because we actually never did videos for the befores of what the bathrooms look like. So I will cut to those and then we'll cut to the new stuff so you can kind of see a before and after. And maybe I'll do that with every single space. So let's start in the foyer.
This angle too, because
okay, this video is going to be hilarious. Okay, we are starting in the foyer, which is where you enter the condo. If you remember, the biggest change I would say in here that we did was take this door from drab to fab. We took the brown door and we gave it a facelift, and we used Sherwin-Williams tricorn black. It is my favorite black of all blacks. And we gave it a nice coat, and it really adds some dimension and texture inside of this little space. Obviously, all the flooring is brand new. We'll show you more close-ups of that as we kind of make our way throughout the condo, just like we showed you in the plans of what we were going to use, the different materials. We stripped all of that wallpaper. If you don't remember what this place looked like before, take a look. So we took all of that wallpaper down. It was all over this wall. It was all over this wall. So we stripped all that off and we painted every single wall, room, you name it, in this house Benjamin Moore Simply White. It is the most beautiful white. It has the most subtle, warm tones to it. So if you're looking for an undertone factor within a white, it's gonna be a yellow undertone, but it doesn't show yellow. It really is a nice, fresh white. And just some basic, simple styling. We had this console table in our home back in Delaware. We brought it out with us, and it was a perfect size for this little spot because we have a nice little closet right here where we put, you know, all of our storage stuff and shoes, some cleaning products, you name it. But this is a nice kind of like entryway area where you can drop your keys, pick up your hat if you're going to the beach, put some cute stuff down bottom, and it's all pretty functional. So keys, hat, check, check. We put a little jute rug down. We had this rug also in our foyer back in our Delaware house, and it fit perfectly right in this space to bring in a little warmth, which is always fun. And we used this piece of art, which we had in our old powder room. And then even in the condo that we rented from those videos, you saw large statement art. I had this one in the living room. It's all framed out custom from Framebridge. We love that. And we replaced the light with this custom light up here. It's a black and brass custom light. I had this made from a shop on Etsy. It added a nice little mid-century kind of flair to it, and I really like the lines. And the doors are kind of very mid-century, and it lends itself to when the building was built. So that's what we did. Oh, let's not forget. Do you remember the hardware situation that we had? We had brass, we had newer kind of crappy brass, and then we had this guy. So during the projects and procedures here, we weren't able to fully change this lock. There were just kind of way too many drilling and routing of holes that would have had to have been done, and we didn't want to mess up the door too much. But we did get these great matte black hardware handles, and they run throughout the house now, so it's much more consistent. So you just have the 2 black handles and this silver, and that ties in other silver elements that are throughout the space. So that's it. That's our foyer. Very simple. We like it a lot. And welcome to the kitchen. You saw from all of the kitchen videos that we've done, specifically the one before we did any of the demo, the plans here were to push back each side here to create some more entryway space, which we did. And now I just want to show you the after, because that's the fun stuff. So come on and take a look at all the pretty cabinets that we have. These are a Kemper cabinet. They are in the color Dove. We love these cabinets. They are semi-customized cabinets. So I did all the plans, I designed this kitchen, and I was able to utilize Kemper's cabinetry within my space. So they aren't fully custom, but they are semi-custom, which is great. All of these cabinets come with soft closed drawers, which is awesome. So when you close them, just like that. So it's great for us hip thrusters that shut things down. And all the built-in microwave situation that we did makes a lot of sense for our life. We really wanted all of these lowers to be filled with items that just we could easily access. We have all of our plates inside of here. We have all of our utensils. We have all of our baking products. And for me personally, in this kitchen, it makes so much sense and it's so easy to grab and go. Focal point was the countertop to ceiling handcrafted white subway tile. It's just really elegant. A lot of what I see here in Hawaii has just the countertop going straight up for the backsplash to your upper cabinetry. And I really wanted to elevate the design, then extending the tile all the way up to the ceilings. It's just a really elegant look. For us, again, I wanted to utilize floating shelves. They are both pretty and functional. I've got my plates up there, I've got my cups up there, I've got some decor and some greenery, and it's really just a nice balanced look for our life. And hopefully for another person's life. Wink, wink. And who doesn't love lemons in the kitchen? It always makes for nice, pretty photos. Yeah. Great close-up of those lemons. Husband. Great close-up. Everybody, remember the horrible, we have all kinds of things stuffed in here right now because again, we're doing a video, so this is real life. But remember the horrible electrical box? Well, there was our solution, right? So our amazing cabinetry installers, they're really just finished carpenters that know what the heck they're doing. RC and Kale, shout out to you guys, thank you so much. But they cut this out beautifully and it just frames it on in, so whenever we need to access it, we open it, take out my crock pot, open it, do what we need to do, and we shut it, and it is nicely hidden for the rest of the time. But this cabinet also still serves as storage for us. We have a lot of different things in this 57-inch cabinet that we can use while not having to see that hideous thing. People seem to be obsessed with our refrigerator. It's become quite the hot topic, and I don't know if it's because people love massive fridges in general or people just love massive refrigerators in Hawaii. I really don't know, but it was really about the design. I knew that I didn't want this massive refrigerator in a small kitchen because having a smaller appliance like a fridge that still holds everything that we need it to hold, it gives the illusion that this space is so much bigger. So we did the 24-inch fridge. It's 70 inches tall. It's the standard height of a refrigerator. It's counter depth and it's got great functionality to it. So this whole top portion is just the regular refrigerator. This is by GE. And then you have 2 lower drawers and each drawer can be temperature adjusted. So you have a bottom, which is, designated freezer. Then the middle one you can adjust to be freezer or fridge or somewhere in the middle. And then you have your fridge. Oh, the other thing, the brass handles. You remember? I showed you these. They've got some really beautiful detail on. These are solid brass by Rejuvenation. I loved this detail on these hardware. So when I was selecting our flush mount lighting for the kitchen, I tried to find something that aligned with that. I wasn't as keen on finding a brass that was like matchy-matchy for lighting, but I did want, overall, I wanted an antique brass feel to it. So the flush mounts that we got have a very similar detail to those lights that the kitchen hardware does, and I kind of dig it. I actually like it a lot. I more than dig it. So here's our kitchen. We love it. And here is the open concept dining room space. Nothing overly architecturally different than what you guys saw prior to demo and then post demo, right? It's really just the space. Obviously everything was painted. All the flooring is now running throughout the whole space. We added this jute rug to kind of ground the area. It's always a great idea to ground your spaces with rugs, especially if there's a dimension to your space or it's really, really big. So we have a sunken living room with 2 steps down. So when you go down, I have another rug to ground that space. It's nice to put a rug down to define the areas, right? This was our custom century table that we had made back in Delaware. We love it. And these chairs were from All Modern. If you guys remember, I linked to these in, there's a blog post, I believe. I can link that in my description box below to see if they're still available. And this fun, not real fern, sorry guys, I can't even keep ferns alive, but I got this from Target. Who doesn't love it? And this beautiful fixture that works so well here is by Serena and Lily. And this is the outdoor version of this pendant. Why? Because we live in Hawaii, and in case you didn't notice, all of these beautiful windows that we love, today is a little bit of a rainy day, not the norm, but with these windows open all of the time, we get breezes, we get sun, we get rain, and I cannot have a light fixture made of real rattan or real woven anything because it will start to fall apart. So this is great because it really looks like it's real rattan, but it's not. It's really a plastic material and it's waterproof, it's rated for the outdoors, win-win. We added the swag because the electrical outlet in the ceiling is like an odd placement, and that's kind of lay of the land what you get sometimes with these older buildings. So we swagged it over, and my husband did a beautiful nautical knot. What do you call that knot?
It's just, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot.
We added some artwork to frame. We'll just kind of transition, because it's a great transition, to the guest room where Mama Bear is staying right now. Look at her. Let me hide. Let me get. She's hiding behind the plant. So if you remember, this was one big, hideous, not really wall at all, right? So it was those not pocket doors, those accordion style wood old doors that started way back here, and you had to yank them and they didn't even work. They didn't really lock. So we tore all those down. We built up the walls and we put in these beautiful custom pocket. Oh, there I am again. Hi. I think I showed you guys why I like these doors so much, but the boxed nature of these doors I thought really aligned quite nicely with the shaker style cabinet. Come on in. I would jump on this bed, but it would fall, and I would fall with it, and then Mom's air mattress would pop. This is a trick, you guys, staging. If you ever need to sell a house or sell an apartment or sell a condo, and you don't want to go out and get another mattress, or you need to use a room as a bedroom to showcase its full capacity and its, you know, all that stuff, get an air mattress, and then you can go to Target or any other fine hardware store usually, and they sell these prop-ups right here, and you can prop up your bed to make it look more like a regular mattress, and then you just get a long enough, you know, quilt or coverlet or comforter and drag it down, and there you go. You got yourself a regular size bed that I have staged just as so. The coolest part about this room, it's a nice mixtures of like high and lows. So I have this runner in the condo that we rented. In the other videos you might have seen or on the website, this was the runner that we used in our kitchen in that condo. And I thought it was a nice grounding piece that we used in the guest space. And for the bed, this was old. This was West Elm. I believe I got this years ago, this coverlet right here. And I love the sheen that it has. It provides a nice texture to it. The quilt right here, this white quilt, we got this at Target. We got all these cool pillows from Target, and I like to mix patterns and shapes. When you go big, you go small, right? So we have a larger print, larger scale print. We've talked about this in some of my other videos, how to mix patterns. This pattern is very large, it's geometric. So we went here, this pattern is smaller, it's more tight, same color tones, right? And then we've got some bigger stripes here, and it creates just like a nice balanced moment. And it's very serene in here, with all the walls being Benjamin Moore's Simply White, swapping out again all the hardware to the matte black. It's just a very clean, fresh look, especially for here in Hawaii. And it's a nice grounding layer to add whatever artwork, or let's say you wanted more colorful pillows or more colorful anything else. By keeping everything nice and calm everywhere for the big stuff, you have more fun that you can play with on your walls or on your bed. I didn't want to go out and get any other furniture, again for a reason I'm about to talk to you about. Keep holding on. The wait is almost over. So I used this cool chair that we had, and it's from, I believe this is also from Rejuvenation. And I love the cane texture to it. And I love books. I have a lot of coffee table books, so we layered those up. And this lamp originally I was like, oh, it's too traditional. We took it from back home in Delaware. We brought it out here. But it really just kind of works. It's a very transitional, modern, traditional vibe, which is fundamentally who I am as a designer and how I like to design for my clients. So I just like all the mix of textures, and I put the pot that I got from Terrain, I put that underneath of the chair just to really hide all of the wires from the lamp, because that visual comfort lamp comes with a lot of plug and wire. So you just put it right behind it, hit it with that. Got this cool window that comes out, and it still doesn't hit anything over here, which is great. And there was no need to put anything over on the other side. So it's just a very clean, nice environment. My mom really digs it, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Do you dig it?
I dig it. I dig it.
Dining space, guest room space. Now we will go into the living room.